Hey, Addie, Coach Blake. Glad to be talking to you through this video. It's better than not getting to stay in contact. I can tell you that. I miss getting to see you. You know, you are always a person that really brightened up the room, brightened up people's day, and so I'm looking forward to a time when we just running back into each other in a baseball field like we have. And I know you and I's relationship goes back all the way to you and Carter being probably back then best friends. I don't know what you guys were, like five. So anyway, really always good to see you, and I want to help you in any way I can. And I've got some good tips for you, and I got some things that are gonna make you a good high school baseball player. And this is something that isn't really optional. This change I'm going to talk about that you're going to make in order to really be a good hitter, you're going to have to make this change. Okay, and so I put Brennan Barledge here. I think he's probably at least 1 year, maybe 2 years older than you. You probably know him. I figure you'd get a more of a kick out of seeing somebody that you might know rather than putting a pro up here. But he does a good job of this one concept that I'm going to talk about real quick, and I'm going to tell you why it's important too. So I fast forwarded both of your swings to the point where your front foot hits the ground, because when that front foot hits the ground, a lot of things start to happen. Okay, everything starts to move forward. Okay, from your back half. So your front foot hits the ground, everything starts to move forward for your back half. All right, so here we go. Here's Brennan. Front foot hits the ground. Here's his top half, though. This is the important piece. I'd like to see it a little higher. If you look at a pro, you would probably see it, but that's pretty good. Um, Look at his hands. Look how high his hands are, and look at this. You can almost see the tension there. So what he did was he moves forward, but he leaves these hands high, and it creates like a rubber band stretching out. It creates a lot of tension between his front and his back. So it's like this rubber band coming here and straightening out and getting ready, right? Right. He keeps that rubber band pulling back, and he's going to let it go, and he's going to snap, and that's going to create the power for him. So what happens with you, Addie? Let's draw this line too, because this is important. The shoulder tilt. What happens with you, Addie, is when your front foot hits, you dip, you dip, and so you lose that effect, the rubber band pulling back effect. You've lost it. There's no tension. The hips and the hands have merged together. Right, your rubber band, you've only pulled back a little bit instead of keeping that rubber band and pulling it all the way back. So how do we fix it? Well, what you need to do, Addie, as you go back here, let's go back. As you get so you get into your load and you go forward and you land, you need to keep that back shoulder up. We don't want to be in this position. We want to be, here we go, front shoulder hits. We want to be, again, that's not perfect by him. But we want to be in that position, right? We want to keep separation between this hip movement and the hands. I'm pretty good with these lines, aren't I, Eddie? So the more separation we can have there before we explode, the more momentum we're going to have, the more power we're going to create. And so, Addie, I think you're a kid that could have a lot of power if you're able to kind of take this lesson and harness it. If you're able to harness that weight back and then just explode it forward instead of kind of moving it all at once forward, you're going to sense a large difference. So, is this going to be easy to correct? No. I'm actually working with Carter on the same thing. And once you start doing that kind of timing mechanism wrong, it's hard. So the first step is to recognize it. Recognize you're doing it. So hopefully this video shows you that. And I probably, if I filmed you 10 times, I would continue to see it. But get out there and try to keep your back half up, your backside up as you move forward, and then watch as you're able to watch how much further the ball goes consistently when you're able to do it. So I know you will. I know you're a hard worker. I know that you're going to take this message. I know that you'll watch this. So I'm really excited to keep working with you, and even more excited to see you again, Addie. All right, see you soon.